Thursday, September 23rd, 2001, Blizzard Entertainment has finally released Diablo II Resurrected. And after playing it for 3 months and some weeks, I can honestly say they have improved a whole lot of quality features on it. So with all the improvements and changes here in Diablo II Resurrected, let's go ahead and showcase what I have after 3 months of playing. And so my progress after 3 months is going to be a whole lot of good changes that I'm noticing. While showing you, this will help better explain before I'm going to explain everything that I'm going to show you. And let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So here it is, Diablo 2 Resurrected, and I am the Sobi guy, hashtag 1802 on Battle.net. So if you are interested in whatever you are going to see right after you watch this video, just go ahead and shoot me a DM and we'll see what we can do to collaborate with. I have my list here on the right, and with the exception of an extra mule character here. So I'm using this character to farm my gems, but I'll showcase first what I have here in just a moment. One of my few classes that I play to farm Holy Grailing and rune finding are my Paladin and my Sorceress. So my Zealdin here has the following here, so I'll let you take it for what you will here. I don't have the best gear for my Zealdin, so as I level up to level 99, which is going to take a long time, eventually I'll get all the gear that I need for being a Zealdin and maybe, hopefully, a hammer. I'm saving these two types of phase blades if I come across like other runes to find, if I want to make like a grief or a last wish here. So if I do come across, I'll go ahead and just make my own, and then I'll just like suspend my trading. By the time I find the runes for grief or last wish, I'll go ahead and just make up my own, so I can like take a break from trading, and then I'll just go ahead and farm some keys for my Uber runs and stuff. Those are the ones that I'm saving in case I come across runes. One of my favorites in this game is the stash that has been improved. So here, all I have is my shared tab page for runes. My entire dedicated shared tab is all runes. From the bottom to the top, they are the most common. To the top here are just like higher runes. So I only use these top two rows for my somewhat high runes to the ones that I've found on top here. And if I wanted to, I can go ahead and just queue these for like a rune upgrade. But as of now, I'm pretty happy with the runes that I found. One is runes from Macau's Nightmare run, fortunately, and another one just from another Macau run from Hell difficulty. This one right here, Sir Rune, is the one I found during my 5th run, which is a big thing. As far as the Om rune, I found it during my Chaos run, using this character. So I don't expect to have good luck with these, but this is a very long run to look out for these high rune finds. As far as the other two tabs, I have my gems. I have my gems here to like queue my lower common runes, just to like grind them up for like the higher quality runes. Because that's what I do for all my 7 characters. So these are my crafting and token absolutions here. And here's just an extra share tab for like my keys and like an extra Holy Grail finds, and like other extra gear here as well. So anything extra I have for my Paladin, I just go ahead and just leave these here. So anything class specific, I just go ahead and leave on the first tab here, which is your personal stash. Right here I have my first Pally shield, the best in slot for your Zealdin. Random chances, I don't really need it right now. This right here is my crafting gloves. it's so high, so it's gonna take me a long time to get to level 94. So I don't expect to use these right now, or I don't want to sell this at all. As I don't really want to sell these at all. As far as everything else, I just save and keep all the trophy items here in the personal stash. That's usable for a paladin. My second character I'm running is a Blizzard Sorceress, so she has a fairly high amount of damage of Fireball and Blizzard, and right now I'm running a Heart of the Oak, but unfortunately the all-res roll is only like 31, which is okay because that's all I need to swap out from this character to my Hammerden eventually in the upcoming months or so if I grind long enough. But all I have here are the advanced stats for my character here. But if I want to swap out as the Magic Finding Sorceress, this will be 329 Magic Finding, because I do have a random Blade of Alibaba and Rhyme. So these are just junk jewels I found, and I just went ahead and just socketed them just because I can. Everything else, this is what I currently have to run on the cow level. And if I do need to run Neolfog runs, I just go ahead and use this setup: Heart of the Oak and Spirit. But to me, this is my first higher rune word that I made, and I was expecting to roll a very low res rune word, but this is what I came up with. Now, as far as my personal stash for the Sorceress, this is what she has. When I gamble rings, because that's what I usually do anyway when I max out my gold, that's what I do. And I know I have like 10 million gold, 2.5 million gold in each stash, with the exception of each character's personal stash of 2.5 million. I don't gamble it at all. I don't gamble it all the way to nothing. So whatever I have extra gold that I have on a character, I just went on ahead and just use Edge as well as my random Beads Fortune, so I can just gamble my rings to find dual leech rings or just unique rings. Yeah, here I'm saving another 4 socketed items for like some fortitude and another Heart of the Oak if I'm gonna run with it. A 3 socketed Mage Blade if I'm gonna run an Enigma, but I haven't found a Jaw and a Burr yet. Here I found a Marquee Scholar, which is pretty amazing, especially on the Ethereal, but I don't think I can use it on Mercenary. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. So for my Necro, I'm running a Poison Hybrid / Summoner. So what I do have is a white Golden Wand, and I fortunately found a 3 Poison Nova base, so I can put those 2 runes into a white, so I can make my poison number stronger as I progress through Act 5. I found 4 pieces of triangles, but I haven't found the one visage yet, so I'm yet to complete it. If I need to use one of these as my Iron Golem, I could do so, but right now it doesn't seem like I don't have any trashy Holy Grail rune weapons to use on the Iron Golem. Currently I'm only running max Ray Skeleton and a few points of mastery, but most of my skills are on the poison cancer, because that's what I have. My resistances for this character are good enough for health difficulty, so I haven't finished Act 5 yet, so I haven't made my Necromancer as a Patriarch yet. So once he completes Act 5, I can go ahead and run Cow Reds as well as the Lock Runs for my Keys of Destruction for groups. For my Bowazon, I do have a 3-piece Mavs, so I have this and this. These 2 I'm wearing. If I wanted to swap out for these, this is what the bonuses would grant me. But since I only need 2 pieces for a level 70 Bowazon, all I can rely on is just the magic damage that my Bezos Amazon has. And I do have like a spare class-specific items if I need to like respec. But these are the ones that I found already. So whatever Holy Grailing items that I found using my paladin or sorceress, I can just go ahead and use one of these tabs, put them in a share stash, and transfer them to your class personal stash. So your class can actually keep these in case you want to go ahead and experiment with them, or hopefully, like as you progress through your time in playing D2R, you can go ahead and swap out your weapons and see what you can come up with. So while I level up my remaining characters to hopefully level 75, I can go ahead and farm Uber Tristram to have access to the torch, because a Hellfire torch is a level 75 requirement. So when you identify that torch, you can get your class specific torch, and then you can have one of these guys to roll with one. And the way I'm handling my leveling for each character would be, for example, my Barbarian is level 45, and all it takes for each character down below less than 50, level up your characters to 50 in normal rail runs before you move on to Nightmare mode that you can quest on and finish from Act 2 to Act 5. I'm interested to have a throwing barb since I've been getting a whole lot of throwing weapons. So once I reach a certain level, like such as the Inner Shred and the Lacerator, I want to go ahead and roll a throwing barb. But currently I'm only using the Frenzy barb to level up. So I'm gonna have to grind a little longer. I'm gonna have to use a lot of time to spend if should anything good coming from the Barbarian will be very interesting to see. So those are the extra gear that I currently have for my Barbarian gear. So if I'm gonna plan for my Barbarian, I would actually roll with Demon Horn's Edge for the lifesteal and attack speed, as well as the Lacerator and one of the Beginner Shreds on the offhand. So that's the current plan for a throwing Barbarian. So it'll be interesting to see what the throwing barb can do once the patches are complete for this, and we'll see how many other players on D2 Resurrected will be rolling throwing barbs. So we can go Maddox style. This right here, I'm currently running a 3-piece IK, which is enough to have strength and have some very good bonuses in the early game before you move on to the higher difficulties. So I got my charms all set up, and if I'm going to progress through higher levels, I'm saving these other items here so I can respec or at least make some tweaks for my Barbarian. As for the rest, I have completed my class's 4 pieces of Nats and my Druid's Altars. So that's what I currently have, and these are like my extra gear that I'm currently saving for each character. And the only problem for swapping out your character is you have to wait 90 seconds to swap out from one character to the next. So good thing I have a Ribcracker for the Druid, which is the most important piece of the game, since you're gonna have to use this during your Uber Tristram runs. So in the end game. So now all these extra gear that I have, that I found using my Paladin and Sorceress, I just go ahead and leave all those extra gear pieces to the Druid. So this is a very important point for me. So I'm gonna use this during my pit runs should I level up my Druid to level 84 and then just have him stay in the pit runs for that long. One of the Ribcrackers, I can go ahead and upgrade one of them, most likely this one. because this is like one of the higher enhanced damage ones. I can make this into a stalagmite later on if I wanted to. So right now I'm just running a low end one because this is already powerful as it is due to the crushing blow mechanic on this Ribcracker. So it's a good thing that I still have this and the Jaws. So with that said, let's go ahead and showcase how I do my pit runs using the pally here. So when you go to the pits and hell difficulty, I just end up using the pally. By the way, quick casting is pretty cool, and I can go ahead and switch most of these guys. Try to blaze resistance as much as I can. If I need to farm characters, I just find all champion packs as well as minion packs, so each one can drop enough gold, hopefully, or a hybrid.
I am overwhelmed. Good day.
Nice. Hopefully with the lobby feature, Blizzard can fix and do real work to eliminate the toxicity in the community that some people don't really want in their life. So aside from closely looking at the names and stuff, you can just report and dealing with that spam that I see all these. I'm like, great, I have to deal with all this, but like this is something I'm not really interested in. But hopefully Blizzard can actually work on the lobby feature, as well as creating our own channels and eliminate some of the lobby clutter that we don't really need. But other than that, that's it. That's all I can think of for now. So before September 23rd, 2022 comes, the 1 year of D2R, by then I'll get all my characters up to at least level 80 or at most level 90, provided that I found most of the gear that I'm still searching for, as well as all the class specifics, all the runes, and all the rune words that I can make on my own without the need for using one of those D2 services or any scam artist that you're about to trade with somebody. So until then, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you maybe in a videos that I could make, whether if it's chaos or pits or key runs. So take care. I'll see you guys in the next Diablo II Resurrected video.